Okay, it's Luxury Fred, and I'm here with my luxury dog, Hans. Say hi, Hans. You don't talk much. And I wanted to review a bottle of wine tonight. My fiance came home with this. Rolling Stones 50 years wine, and I balked. And I've asked her before, don't buy wine that's a gimmick. Don't buy wine because of what's on the label. Do some research and, try something new, or ask the person in the store what do they recommend, or ask someone else that you see buying wine what they're buying or what they like and that kind of thing. Never buy it because of the label. So I'm going to try this. It's actually a 2014 Merlot. And interestingly, in doing a little bit of research before filming this, this is a wine produced by a company called Wines That Rock. And Wines That Rock is a bunch of music industry guys and lawyers that loved wine and got together and decided to do branded wine with music groups like the Rolling Stones. They also do the Grateful Dead wine. They do the Pink Floyd wine. They do the Cirque du Soleil wine. And they also partner with movie companies to do like the 50 Shades of Grey wine, and partner with like Turner Classic Movies and some other, Humphrey Bogart wine or something like that. And it's an interesting business for bands to get into. It's an additional revenue stream for the Rolling Stones. So you buy it and you kind of think, oh, the Rolling Stones, this must be grown in Mick's backyard or something like that. It's just a licensing deal that the band makes with this company, just like they make licensing deals for hundreds or thousands of other Rolling Stones products that have that tongue logo. Doesn't necessarily mean the band had anything to do with this or has ever tasted this. I'm going to do some more research. So I'm going to show another video after this of me drinking the wine, and I'll do some research and see what the band's involvement is before I continue to speak on it. But it's an interesting business, and it's another way for bands or brands to connect with their fans. So it's interesting that this is a wine produced by that company. Again, it's called Wines That Rock, and they're not in the Napa Valley. They are in Northern California, based in Ukiah, which is kind of a very large agricultural area that produces a lot of wine. It's near the Napa Valley. It's in Mendocino County, north of San Francisco, like Napa is, but it's not in Napa. And again, this is a 2014 Merlot. So I am going to now put on some Rolling Stones music and taste this and tell you what I think. Okay, again, Luxury Fred back with my wine tasting partner and security dog here, Luxury Hans. And we just had a nice walk outside, right? So we're tasting this Rolling Stones 2014 Merlot. And I wanted to say this before. So I'm a luxury travel writer. I had the opportunity to visit a lot of amazing restaurants, but I'm not a wine expert. I'm just starting on my journey to educate myself about wine. I know basic things about where wine is from and different grapes and things like that, but I'm just starting a journey to really educate myself, to know the proper terms and to know the origin of things. So please excuse my ignorance, as I'm just a regular person that does drink a lot of wine, but I'm not an expert and I don't know all the special wine tasting terms and things like that. So anyhow, it's a 2014 Merlot. And when we pour it in the glass, swirl it around. So my camera woman is laughing at me. I'm not sure what that means.
You just look so intense.
So it has a good smell to it, a good nose, as I think they say. We always talk that some wine, when you open it, has a very alcohol-y odor that comes off of it, almost a chemical smell. And this doesn't have that. It doesn't have that nice oaky barrel taste that we do have with some other wines. What was the wine we just had?
Educated guess.
We had something called Educated Guess, which is some kind of fancy blend, but it was really good. It was about $30 a bottle, and it had that very wonderful oaky kind of barrel aroma. So I'm not picking up specific notes of fruits or flowers or anything like that. Again, maybe my nose is not educated enough yet. It's good. It tastes a little weak, I might say. It doesn't have a very strong taste. It seems very liquidy, if I could say it that way. So, not too good. Not liking it very much. You know, not something that I say, oh, that's really good. I'd like to buy this again. How much was this?
15.
So this was $15. So I taste like a $15 bottle of wine. Okay, so I'm going to switch, and I'll keep filming myself, but I want to see what my lovely fiance thinks. And I don't think she wants to be on camera right now, but I'll let her look at that. I'll show you the bottle again. And as I said, this is just a licensing deal with the Rolling Stones from a company called Wines That Rock in Ukiah, California in Mendocino County.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily personally bottled or has anything to do with the Stones themselves. I'm going to find out if they've actually tasted this and if they're involved in the process. So what do you think?
Very like waterish. Not really no flavor to it. It
Yeah.
could be more flavorful, but there's no.
So again, we're learning more of the technical terms and stuff like that, but it's very thin, almost watery. It doesn't have a really strong taste.
Oh. There you go.
Okay. So again, this is our review of, I guess it's called Rolling Stones 50 Years, 2014 Merlot.
They got us.
They got us.